Heat advisories today and severe weather possible tonight. There's a lot to cover, so we'll get right into it right after this. There are two important parts of today's forecast we need to talk about, and the first, unfortunately, is the heat. Now, I remember back on September 11th, I said that we are finally getting rid of this graphic. Well, unfortunately, now it is back, and hopefully this is the last time. But today, the record at DFW was back in 1907, it was 99 degrees, 102 at Waco in 1977, and look at your normal temperature. Shouldn't be anywhere near this. We're talking 88 degrees. Unfortunately, though, today the temperatures will be in that ballpark. We are looking at temperatures in the upper 90s. Some may crack 100 today with the humidity. It's going to be much warmer than that, and the heat index values of up to 105, 106, 107 degrees, could be closer to 110. Just absolutely unbearable out there. Fortunately, it will be cooler tonight. Now, depending on how much rain-cooled air we have hanging around after the cold front moves through, hey, we could get into the upper 60s, but I think we're probably right around 70, 71, 72. We do have heat advisories all across our area today, so just be aware of the fact that, yes, it is, you'll feel it. It's very, very warm out there, but you need to stay hydrated. That's going to be the main thing today, is stay hydrated out there and take care of yourself. Now, the other thing we need to talk about, yes, is the cold front that's coming through and the chance of storms that we have coming with it. Now, the first thing I want to tell you is that we have these storms to our east, and those won't affect us, but if they manage to produce an outflow boundary that hangs around our area right around the afternoon, daytime heating, that kind of thing, we could be looking at some storms in the afternoon hours. It's a low chance. It's a conditional chance. If we don't get an outflow boundary or anything, not going to happen. Now, the front itself is expected to move in probably, I would say, we'll start to see storms right around, I would say, 7 o'clock. And that's what the latest model shows. This is 7 o'clock tonight. Now, again, this is a model. This is not an exact, the storms are going to be in this exact spot, look this exact way, be exactly this intense. This is a general idea. So 7 o'clock tonight, we'll be getting close to sunset, but the cold front will be moving into very unstable air. So we should see storms starting to pop up here. And by 9 o'clock, we should see more widespread storms. Something we're going to have to watch is to see if we have individual storms here, or do we actually have possibly a straight, kind of solid line. Right now, it's looking like a scattered line, a broken line is more likely. The more independent these storms are, the better chance we have of large hail and possibly a tornado or two. If we get a squall line, then damaging winds will be our main concern. But either way, any of those are really possible. It's just kind of a matter of meteorology in terms of what's more likely in which scenario. In either scenario, though, we do need to be watching for severe weather tonight. By 11 o'clock, we should see the leading edge of this to our east and south, but could have some storms behind that. Any storms behind the front, probably not severe, but could see more rain behind there. And then by 1 a.m. and certainly by 3 a.m. here, should see those off to our east and pretty much out of the way. Now, yes, we do have a slight risk of severe weather across our area. Let me get out of the way of the scale here. So, slight risk all through our area, and we could see that upgraded to an enhanced risk. Not likely, but we could, and if we do see that update, I will bring that to you. But for now, just a slight risk across our area, and as far as how that kind of shakes out one by one, this should show slight here, but low tornado threat overall. Again, if we have those independent, individual supercell thunderstorms, that makes the tornado threat a little higher, but either way, I think the tornado threat overall is relatively low for tonight. Now, damaging winds and hail are going to be the main threats, especially, again, we get those independent storms, larger hail is possible, and we could still see damaging winds through downbursts, microbursts, that kind of thing. But if we do see that squall line, that straight line of storms, the hail probably won't be as large, but we will see a more refined wind threat. So just keep that in mind. And then I do have flooding on the table here. I don't expect widespread flooding, but I think that in areas that get multiple storms, flood-prone areas could have some issues, so just keep that in mind as well. So here's how everything shakes out. Obviously today, a lot going on. We have a severe label there for the storms tonight. Before that, yes, 98, 99, possibly even 100 degrees across our area. So very, very uncomfortable, very dangerous if you're out there for too long and not hydrating, not taking care of yourself. We could see some storms linger into tomorrow morning. I don't think it's likely, and I think that really anything we'll see is probably going to be before sunrise. And then the rest of the day we have dry air filtering in, so it'll be nice. 87 degrees, low humidity, we'll take it. Overnight lows in the 60s, and we stay in the upper 80s, low 90s for the rest of the forecast period. That's the thing, we have one day of crazy, and then the rest of the week looks nice. So we got to get through tonight to get to a much nicer forecast, but there is tonight. So stay weather aware tonight. Make sure you're tuned into South Metro Weather throughout the rest of the day and the evening for updates through the day and live coverage tonight of severe weather.